guys, welcome back to live painting in the shop. Doing something that I don't normally do. I'm painting a little scene from London on a vintage luggage piece of suitcase that is a sentimental piece for a client of mine, and I promised my viewers that I would do this live. It's something that I don't normally do live. I paint furniture live, but not usually like artistic scenes because it's not something that I do that often, and I'm not really comfortable, or I guess proficient is the word. So I don't really feel like it's something that I can do and people will enjoy watching, because most of the time I don't have a clue what I'm doing. In the end, I try to make it look as best I can, but I don't always want people to know how I get there. But I'm always encouraging everyone else to do things that make them uncomfortable. Find something every day that makes you a little bit uncomfortable and push through that discomfort or that fear or whatever it is, that negative chatter in your head, and you will find growth on the other side. And so I decided that I would do it live. I made the commitment. And so I guess last week once, and then 3 more times this week already, I've gone live. And so I'm almost done with this side of it. Can you believe it? Let me say hello to a few people that are here. Who is here? Hi, Brenda. Hello there. Hi, June. You're so sweet. Thank you. Hi, Sandy. I haven't seen you in forever, girl. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you. Hi, Joyce. Jewel, you just got off the treadmill. Good for you. I just got off of the table eating. I just had lunch with my daughter and 2 of my grandkids. We just went to lunch. So it was really good. Got me some chicken and veggies. Wendy, hi, honey, you're so sweet. Hi, Dana. So, guys, I'm almost done. It was not hard. It's actually been a lot of fun. I don't know why I don't do this more often. I don't know why I don't just do it for myself, even just to kind of grow and learn. I probably should spend a little bit of time watching bigger and better artists on YouTube or something. I'll probably learn a tip or 2. So maybe I'll start doing that. Hi, Pat. Hey, Nene. Hi there. Nene, I'm painting. Y'all all say hi to Nene. Tuning in from Australia. Hi, Holly. How are you? Okay, so let me show you what I've done so far. You can already see it here next to me. I did quite a bit yesterday mid-afternoon after I got off of the live with y'all, and then I couldn't stop, so I just kept going, adding some detail, and I'm down to just doing the last finishing touches of detail. Thank you, April. So this is what we got so far, and I thought I was gonna have it be like really different from the inspiration picture, and sadly it's so similar to the inspiration picture, just on a different scale, less busy. It's less busy for sure, less color on purpose. This is the inspiration photo. I don't have as many people or as many cars in mine, and I have most of my people on the right side of the road, which is over here. I added them in the distance. I only have 1 person over here, and had a lot of fun doing this little shadowy people in the car. That was really simple, but can y'all see the shading or the water that takes place that makes it look like it's raining? I was trying to capture this rainy look, and I think I got it. And I didn't really have to work that hard to get it. I just kept kind of layering on it. So hi, Barry. Thanks, Pat. Thank you. It's been a lot of fun. So I thought I'd get on here real quick. I started without you guys. My box was still completely red, just like we'd done yesterday. I hadn't done anything new to that. So I'm going to move you over here a little bit closer. So all I did was I just over here in my tray, I have a little tray over here like this. It's got all kinds of colors in it. These are all dry. These are called skins. When they dry, they're called skins. You can peel these out. But right now I have a little bit of black and a little bit of white, and then a little bit of water. So I mixed some black and white together, and I got some gray, and I did gray here. I did a little bit of a white highlight. So as you can see here on this picture, it's kind of white, but there's a shadowy person inside there. So I'm going to add that with you guys and then put these bars on. So you can see all of the shadowy people there. It's a hint of people. Like there's no detail at all. It's just a suggestion. It's just suggesting to you that there are figures in the car. And I really like that. So a little bit of gray and white here. So let's get kind of a soft, fuller brush to do the shadowy figure. Let me get a brush that I think will work for us. What size do I want to get? Maybe this one right here. This is just a cheap watercolor-ish brush from Hobby Lobby. It's actually not even going together. I don't know why it's not. It's supposed to look like this. It's supposed to look like that. It must have dried funny. I don't know why. I had it in water. Maybe that's why. It's because I had it in water. All right, I think I'll use this one. So I'm gonna do a little shadow figure here. I've got some black and white over here on the side. I'm just gonna dip a little bit of each. My brush is wet. And I'm gonna make a little bit darker gray because this is already a lighter gray. And I'm just gonna kind of fill this in. I'm gonna dip it in a little bit of extra water. You know how I used yesterday the drop cloth? I'm just gonna kind of put a little shadow in here. Kind of down long like that. Just real irregular. I'm gonna dip it in a little bit of water, rub out a lot of that. And then once you add water, you can go in and just use the paint that you've already got on here. Make his trunk a little bit bigger, like so, and then down to his legs. It's very abstract. And I think I'll do a little bit more round up here for his head. There we go. Now that looks like maybe someone on a phone. There we go. And then I'm gonna take the same brush, I'm gonna dip it in just some straight black, rub some of that out on my tablecloth here, maybe put a dot of white in it. And I'm gonna do a long box. I can tell right here down the side that they have like the suggestion of the phone that's on the wall. So I don't want it to be a strong black. I just want it to be a suggestion of a phone on the wall. You see that? Can y'all see that pretty good? All right, so that is that. So now I'm gonna take a tiny little brush, and this is a little tiny. Now, most of my brushes are really cheap. I just buy package brushes because most of the time I'm after these. I'm after brushes that look like this, just 1 inch wide. I'm after the angle brushes. These usually come in sets, but some brushes I will spend more money on. One of those is true watercolor brushes. I spend more money on those, and I will spend more money on these tiny little, I don't even know what this one's called. It's an artistic, it's a liner. It's called a liner. And it's little bitty, tiny, tiny, tiny. I call them pointer brushes. This is really good for doing fine lines. It's good for doing tiny script. It's also good for doing little tiny like pointillism dots. Oh, Ambiance, thank you. I'm so happy with it. Okay, so I'm gonna dip this tiny little liner brush into my red paint, and it's got put a little bit of water on it. My family just got home. They have no idea that I'm live, so they may come traipsing out here. And then I'm just gonna go over here, and I'm just gonna do some real simple lines straight across. Just like this. About how far apart are they? Kind of down. They're a little bit different lengths. Sometimes they're closer. Just straight across like this. A little bit of red, a little bit of water, brush it out on the drop cloth, and just keep going. And you'll see how I'm holding my wrist. I don't want to put my hand up against this. That's really awkward. So I just put my hand here and support my wrist. Just like that. And then now I'm gonna do the vertical line. And this one, I am gonna put my finger here and I'm gonna run this straight down. Hi, baby. Hi, I'm live, just letting you know. Oh. So actually I'm gonna do the furthest line first. I'm gonna use I don't wanna use my fingernail because I don't wanna scratch my paint. So I'm gonna use the outside of my finger right here. I'm gonna place it on the thing and I'm just gonna go straight down. Just like that. See, you don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. Don't worry about if it's straight. I mean, look, guys, the buses and the cars are leaning. So it doesn't really matter when it's a piece like this. Same thing here. Put my knuckle on the suitcase and just drag. And that's it. Now, I do see a little hint of black in some of this. And so I'm going to go in here and just do a little hint of black next to that. I think it just adds kind of a little bit of a shadow effect. It's very subtle. It might not be anything that you guys can see. Just very light. I don't really know that that did anything at all. I'm going to put a little bit of water on it and see if I can get it to spread out a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, when you're working with your chalk mineral paints, you can put your paint on if you're working on detail, and then go back with a little bit of water and do the same move right over the top of it. And that chalk mineral paint really sucks in that water, and it'll smooth out so that your lines aren't so defined. Like if you're looking for more of a watercolor look, like I am for this. Okay, now this little umbrella. That umbrella is way too bright for me, so I'm gonna take just a flat little brush just like this. I'm gonna dip a little bit into some white paint and a little bit of black paint. So I'm gonna make a gray, brush it out here on my canvas, a little bit more white than that. A lot of water, and I'm just gonna go in here and kind of go over this blue. Just doing a wash right over the top of the blue. So it's kind of a hint of blue. And you can even use your fingers, guys. Just put your finger right on there. Rub that in. There we go. I like that a lot better. Okay, so now I'm gonna take the same pointer brush, and I need to go up here and do the face of Big Ben. So let's go over here, and I'm gonna go with straight black on this one. And I've already done around the circle, but I don't want a whole lot on my brush, just a tiny bit. And I'm just gonna do my clock marks. So I'm just gonna make marks where it is. I'm not gonna actually do the numbers. I'm just gonna make marks. So I've done my 12, 6, 3, and 9, and then I'm gonna make 2 marks in between each one. You know, remember, we're just making the suggestion of a clock, just like we made the suggestion of people. We already all know, everyone already knows what the scene looks like, right? So we're just suggesting to people, oh yeah, remember what this looks like? You've seen pictures of this before. This is what it looks like. So let's pick a time. What time should we make it? What time should we make it on Big Ben? Tanya, Wendy, you're so sweet. Tanya, the group is opening in January. Right after the new year, will be open. Oh, Shaz, I'm sure you do recognize this. I'm sure you do. Let's see. Let's go back and see. Did anyone else have any questions while I was doing this? Looks really great. Oh, you're so sweet, Pam. Thank you. Those watercolor brushes are awesome. Stole those from your class. Aren't they awesome? So they didn't order these. Actually, they ordered some in bulk, I think, but they're still great. They worked really, really well. They load so much. Hi, Brandy, by the way. Hello there. They load so much paint into the bristles, and they carry it for so long so you don't have to go back and forth. They'll deliver paint and water for a long period of time. Yeah, I love them a lot. And they keep your hand light because they keep you far away from what you're working on. So they keep you, the point I think of the watercolor brushes is, for one thing, the way they load and the way they deliver and carry paint for you, but also because you can, I think the handles are long on purpose to kind of keep things light and flowy, because you tend to get, you know, real up close and tight, and then you end up with like a tight painting. And I like things to be a little bit more open. I'm glad you stole my brushes. Kidding. Let's see. Man, my light's like nuclear over there. Cocktail hour, 5 o'clock, Sarah. All right, let's make it 5 o'clock. We're gonna make it 5 o'clock. Who's ready for a cocktail? Here we go. Don't they have tea time? It's just about 9:30 here in the UK right now, so that seems a good time. Okay, I told you, honey, we're gonna go for 5. We're gonna go for 5 o'clock. Let's see. I'll do a little center, and then we'll go right over. How funny would that have been, guys, if I would have not known what 5 o'clock looked like? So there we go. There is our clock. Now I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit more of an outline here. I've done all my gray, just going in with my brush and doing some finer detail around some of these edges here. You don't have to do it all. Just kind of adding in a few more stronger detail lines, like up here. Now, like that one skipped, so I can go back. I can just dip my brush in a little bit of water. And add a little bit of water there. Gets a little bit darker. So I'll continue to do that. Now, something I am going to do with y'all too before we leave. Oh, looks like 7. Yeah. And someone asked yesterday, they couldn't believe it. They didn't know I was left-handed, and I'm not. I'm right, you guys, because of the flip of the phone. And someone else also asked about what color blue that cabinet was back there. That's also the client that belongs to the suitcase. And they are a mix. That is a mix of blues. But if you go to my blog, go to traceysfancy.com and pull up my blog. I think that was just like last week's blog. It'll be right there on the front. You should be able to see it. But I believe it's called Shaker Style Cabinet, I think is what I titled it. But if you go to traceysfancy.com and go to the blog, it'll be right there on the page. You'll be able to see it. And it lists all of the paint colors and steps that I did on that piece. Okay, so look, in the background here, I do have it nice and dreary, but if you look at this inspiration photo, they brought their big building further out and they made their box smaller. See the boxes smaller? But I wanted my box to be more pronounced because my client has sentimental value to these boxes. Her parents met in one of these boxes in England, so I wanted it to be more pronounced. So I made it bigger. But I do like how way in the distance there are just some, my goodness, this light. There are just some suggestions of buildings right there. You see them? Now mine are gonna have to be a lot more than that because my city street is open very wide between Big Ben all the way over, and what y'all taught me yesterday was Westminster. So I'm gonna have to do a little bit more all the way across. And I don't know who the artist is, you guys, that did that original painting because when my client sent it to me, it was a screenshot. And so I can't give credit. I should ask her. I need to ask her because I would love to give credit to this artist that I'm just like trying to pretend I know what I'm doing with their artwork. So let's do just some simple buildings across the back. I think I'll do it right across here. I'm not going to overthink it, but I am not going to go straight black. I'm going to go black with a little bit of white, make my own gray. It is gray back here in the background, so it needs to be more of a charcoal gray so it'll actually stand out. So I'm just kind of mixing that right here on my tray using this little liner brush. Not going to overthink it. I'm not telling y'all this. I'm telling myself that, okay? Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. All right, so I'm just going to go from the box to the bus. And I'm going to support my wrist here, and I'm just going to do like a little... let's see, let's go like this over. That's too black. Don't like that. Too black. Let's put some white in there. Way too dark. Okay. That should be better. All right, because we just want it to be a suggestion of buildings. Down. Maybe over. And I'll have to fill these in and then kind of fade them out onto the bottom. And then I'm going to go do this on the other side as well. I don't have enough gray mixed up here that I like. Mix it up. I'm going to carry these over to probably just to this other bus. Like that. Now I'm going to go in and dip my water and go back over here to these again and run it over just to water them down a little bit so they're not so sharp. I don't want them to be so sharp. All I'm doing is adding water to the paint that's already on the luggage. It's just softening that up. It's really no different than when you're painting on furniture and you've got paint on there and you use your mister bottle. It's the same concept. You're just using that mister bottle to reactivate the pigments and the sediment that's in the paint itself. All right, so do you think I should go all the way across? I just don't know that I should go all the way across. Yeah, maybe I will. Maybe I'll go like this. I really don't know what the straight line looks like over here, but we'll do this. And we'll go down low. We'll go like that, like stair steps. There we go. It's just a suggestion. Hey, babe, where'd y'all go?
Academy.
All right, so now I'm going to use this. Okay, so I was using this brush. Now I'm going to use this brush right here. Thank you, Anne. Yeah, I like that. I like the hi, Tracy, have a Merry Christmas and a better New Year. A better New Year would be great. That is the truth. All right, so I'm going to put a lot of white, a lot of white. And I'm going to use this flat brush just like this. A lot of white in it, a lot of water, and a lot of white, a lot of water. And I'm going to take this brush and I'm going to just come over here and I'm just going to kind of bring that down like this. Only reason I really need to do this, I realize it's already gray back here, y'all, but it's got the fluffy cloud look to it because that's what we did as the background. So I need to break it up. Even though the gray is almost identical to the gray that was there for the clouds, we have more of an up and down motion going here. So it clearly looks like, you know, more of a skyline and not fluffy clouds. So I just have to break that up a little bit. And we really don't need to do anything else. We really don't. I don't think we need to do anything else. Maybe highlight just a little bit with a little bit more white down here, but maybe on the sides just to highlight some of the corners of the buildings. I mean, it's subtle. It's very subtle and maybe not something that y'all can even see. But I think the key, guys, is just not overthinking things. Just play with it. And it's only paint, you know? It's just paint. I think I'm okay with that. Maybe they're too hard still. Still kind of feel like they're too hard. I'm going to get my brush and go back in here. I'm going to go over them one more time. Maybe I need to do a little bit of that color that I just did the buildings with. Oh, yeah. Okay, so what I did was I took this little pointer brush and I dipped it back in the color that I washed the up and down vertical stroke with. And I'm literally using this pointer brush and going over it so that it's taking away that super strong. If it's that far in the distance, you're not going to see such a definitive, line. So you want it to be very subtle. Oh, that worked. That totally worked. Did y'all see what I'm doing with my hand? That my hand is my support here. So for those of you that say, oh, my hand's so shaky and you have such a steady hand. No, it's about knowing how to hold your hand. It's about knowing how to give your hand support. Ah, I like it. Oh my gosh, I think I might be done. If anything at all, I'll go back over here into Big Ben and kind of do, it's kind of flat right here. So I may go in and do just a little bit more shadowing and shading. But I think I'm done. I think I'm going to photograph and be done. The trees were fun. Do y'all see the trees? The tree line? That was fun. That was a lot of fun. There were no trees. Oh, see, that was my own touch. See, there were no trees in this picture. The trees up at the top, but I wanted to make trees down along the fence line in the building. So I did it there. So there we go. That made it mine. Right? Oh my gosh, Lou Ellen, don't you even look. Are you serious? Oh my gosh. Should I not let you look at all? Y'all, Lou Ellen is an amazing painter. Brandy. Oh my gosh, y'all, thank you. I'm really excited. This was, it was scary, but I knew, y'all know what I knew? I knew if I didn't commit to doing it online that I would really continue to put this off. So I had to commit to doing it online and show everybody that I don't know what I'm doing. But the end product's not bad. Like, I like it. I love the watery, drippy. I love this watery, drippy look. I'm super happy with it. I could use some lessons, though, for any of you out there. Luelle and I could use some lessons. You're so sweet. In all your spare time. Thank you, Vivian. Okay, guys. Well, I think that's it. So this will be my post today. You'll see a post go out tonight, probably around 7 o'clock. I'm going to have to figure out where to stage this. It's not done. It's not finished. This side's done, and I'm only going to photograph this side, but that's all that matters. The sides are red and white stripe. Here's one. Hold on. The sides are red and white stripe, and the back is going to be a flag. But I haven't got to that yet. But what I'm happy about right now is this. So this will be my post tonight. So thank y'all. Oh, did y'all see the Gumball machine giveaway? I'm giving away a Gumball machine, an elf Gumball machine. So look for my post. I posted it yesterday. Look for that. Click the link. I'm trying to build my YouTube following. I already told y'all this. I mean, I was being honest. So I'm kind of pushing that. Can y'all go over and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and then that will put you in for a drawing, and then I'm going to give a Gumball machine away to one person in the United States, as long as I can ship within the U.S. Okay? Thank y'all for being so wonderful. Thank y'all for joining me. This has been a lot of fun. Where do you come out? Because there's no place. Oh, comment. Where do you come out? I was like, I'm not coming out. I'm not coming out, Wendy. Comment. Yes. You know what? We didn't know what we were doing. We made the video unlisted, so it wasn't open to just the whole public, so that the people that subscribed to that video would be only people that followed the link from Facebook or Instagram. So don't worry about commenting. Go back and just leave the name, but we're still going to pick from everyone. Excuse me. We're going to choose randomly from everyone that's subscribed. And we can track that because it's attached to that link. So you have to follow that link. So if you've done that and you've subscribed, that's going to be where we choose the winner. But I would still love to name the Gumball machine based on all of your votes for a name. So just go back to the video on Facebook and name. Sorry, it's became way more complicated than we wanted it to be. All right. Kate, I'm so glad. Okay, well, Kate, tell me that. When you go back and comment, would you tell me that? That's a really good point. A lot of people might already. So be sure and say that. Okay, Wendy. Thank you, Ruth. It's been fun. I'm going to finish up this side, take some pictures, and call it a day, and go finish watching Yellowstone. I'm addicted to catching up on this series so I can catch up with my family, my adult kids. Everybody's watching it. I was wondering why I didn't see you on YouTube already. I don't know, because I don't talk about it ever, because I don't focus on it. I've been so focused on, me and the other brand ambassadors have been talking about that. We've been so focused on building our other platforms. I mean, it's hard to build them all at the same time. So it's like you have to kind of get to a certain point, and then you're like, okay, maybe I should pay attention to YouTube a little bit and do things a little differently. So that's the deal. That's a whole nother world over there, and I really don't know much about it, to be honest. This is a lot easier. All right, I'm gonna let y'all go. Merry Christmas, everyone. We'll see y'all tomorrow night for Whimsical Wednesday. I'll be live 7 o'clock Central Time on the Dixie Belle page. Talk to y'all later. Bye.